Welcome to Transform Now, the podcast brought to you by robotic process automation pioneer Blue Prism. Digital transformation has the potential to reshape the way companies service their customers, engage their employees, and manage their operations. Whether you're looking to develop strategies, tactics, and best practices to positively impact the future of work, or you're curious to learn how other companies have successfully navigated their digital transformation programs, then this podcast is for you. We're here to help you transform now.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brad Hairston with Blue Prism. Welcome to the Transform Now podcast. Today, I'm happy to have as my guest, Rob Kennedy, Director of Automation and Artificial Intelligence at Capgemini North America, a Blue Prism delivery partner. I'm going to be talking with Rob about the topic of intelligent document processing and how it is helping companies expand the value of their automation program. Rob, welcome, and thank you for joining me on the podcast today.
Thanks very much, Brad. It's a pleasure to be here.
Excellent. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself before we get started?
Sure. So currently I am the head of intelligent automation for Capgemini Business Services North America, as you said. I oversee all the automation and transformation activities that Capgemini North America takes. And we are really focused on helping our clients automate in common business areas like finance and accounting, human resources, contact centers, all of those common business services areas where we think that automation can make a big impact.
Fantastic. Well, Rob, I'm very excited to have a chance to chat with you today about intelligent document processing, or IDP. After years of relatively limited innovation, the IDP market is absolutely seeing an increased level of investment and innovation. As you know, this is driven by both new entrants using innovative technology like cloud-based AI, for example, but also by the desire to extend automation initiatives across their business, giving digital workers the ability to validate and extract data from structured and semi-structured documents such as invoices and purchase orders is such a game changer. So Rob, let's start here. Can you first just tell us about the importance of intelligent automation and AI to Capgemini and the nature of your partnership with Blue Prism?
Yeah, I sure can. So intelligent automation and artificial intelligence is really at the heart of everything we're doing from a transformational perspective at Capgemini. So all of the operational business processes that we're trying to transform for our clients, intelligent automation is really the foundation of everything we're trying to do. Bring in the new elements of artificial intelligence and doing some cognitive work in that automation as well is part of the great thing we have with the new Blue Prism partnership that we have. We're trying to bring Blue Prism to bear for all of those intelligent automation opportunities because of the broad product set that they're offering.
Rob, you've indicated that going forward, your team is going to be very focused on helping your customers extend automation to business processes, including forms and paper-based processes. Specifically, you've said that you want to help them add or enhance their IDP capability. Why is this area a priority for Capgemini?
This is a big priority for us because I think most of our automation clients are at the maturity part where they need to take it to the next level, right? So we've been doing robotic process automation for a while. It's been very successful, but now we're starting to see that customers are looking to do end-to-end transformation of their business processes. Not necessarily just a little piece through RPA, but they really want to transform that. And a lot of those business processes that we deal with are dealing with documents. And so in order to be able to help them take it to the next level and really do end-to-end transformation, we need intelligent document processing capability to be able to do that.
Would you say that a very large percentage of your automation clients are still not where they need to be in this area?
Yes, definitely. So I would say probably in the neighborhood of 50 to 60% of the clients that we're doing automation with still haven't brought in higher technologies such as intelligent document processing, and they're really not leveraging those tool sets that they could be.
Okay. Rob, how does IDP elevate the automation value across the organization?
For me, I think it's really about return on investment when you are developing those automations and making sure that we can really offset as much of that manual work as possible, right? Again, I go back to that idea of robotic process automation, which is really great for swivel chair processes.
Mhm.
But if you're trying to do something end to end, you really need to have some intelligent document processing in there to elevate the value of that automation that you're going to do. Being able to take a process where 5 or 10 people might be doing that process and automate it end to end so those 5 to 10 people can go off and do something more valuable
Mm.
is really critical. And we see document processing as one of those big areas of opportunity for those types of end-to-end processes.
Rob, I also know that your team is focused on leveraging Blue Prism's native capability for IDP called Decipher. Why have you decided to go down that path?
As a first step for customers that want to get started with intelligent document processing, I think Decipher is a great product for existing Blue Prism customers if they have the appropriate support package in place, of course. But if a customer wants a choice and they're concerned about lock-in for a single product or vendor, then Decipher IDP's platform strategy is really relevant to them. For me, the biggest advantages are that native integration with Blue Prism. It's really easy to use. It's got a lot of future extensibility. And really the core goal with Decipher is to provide that capability to the Blue Prism customers in a cost-effective manner, right? So that's what it's all about. To try and automate more processes than they can today in some kind of a cost-effective manner. So use the products that are available to them.
Okay. So for those that are not familiar with Decipher, can you explain how it works?
Yeah, absolutely. So documents are submitted to Decipher through the Blue Prism automation. The first stage is to put those documents through optical character recognition. The optical character recognition turns that document into a digital form that can actually be manipulated by the automation. And then the machine learning algorithms recognize, classify, and extract the data from the documents. Decipher IDP flags documents and data points that need to be verified because maybe the confidence threshold was not met. So you can imagine if a human being is reading a document and having to extract data, put it into a system, Decipher is doing the same thing, but also they are scoring how that happens and sending that back for some human intervention. If those scores don't come back as something that the algorithm was really confident in, it can be verified by a human before it actually gets entered into the next system. We call this the maker checker or human in the loop process.
Mhm.
And then those validated results are returned to Blue Prism Work Queue. And that data can be then used in a standard RPA process to go take that data and put it into a system of record.
Okay. Makes perfect sense. So let's now talk about use cases. What are some really good use cases for IDP that you believe are common across most organizations?
Yeah, so some great use cases, I think, especially are invoice processing. That's a natural place. Purchase orders, invoices, billing, the bills of lading, those types of things where humans have to take the information, extract it off of that piece of paper and put it in. Those are all excellent opportunities for a Decipher to be able to do that. The potential ROI in that particular space is really measured in millions of dollars each year.
Mm.
There's late fee cost avoidance. There's the ability to capture incentives for early payments. It's really a great fit for intelligent document processing.
Mm. Yep.
Another great one is application forms. Examples could be account opening forms, loan applications, mortgage applications. As long as there's no handwriting involved in those particular documents, Decipher is a really great opportunity to automate those types of forms. And you can bring a process in the scope that wasn't previously worth automating, or make a partially automatable process fully automatable, because now you have the document processing part in addition to the RPA ability. So another opportunity would be proof of ID validation. So documents of this type might be passports, driver's licenses, marriage certificates, other forms of ID. Again, if there's no handwriting on them, this would be great opportunities for Decipher to work. These are usually used in processes like account opening or a change of name process, maybe staff onboarding, those kind of things. The validation rules that Decipher brings can confirm that data extracted from the document actually matches what's expected. And again, refer to a human if it's not, right? These types of benefits are principally from the new ability to fully automate a process, which previously was only partially automatable. So that's another great opportunity.
Yeah, those are great use case examples and definitely cross multiple industries. Thanks for sharing those. So, Rob, what is Capgemini's approach to helping companies introduce IDP into their automation capability?
Yeah, for me, I think it's all about having a trusted advisor that's been doing these types of processes and has some hands-on experience with it. A lot of our clients are hesitant to use the document processing because they don't really understand it and don't know how to apply it, or they think that it's harder than it is. And so they're not really willing to take the risk.
Right.
I think with our partnership, I really feel like we can lead companies to really start introducing it in places where they might even not even thought it was a great use, right? And so having that advisor to really help you explore those opportunities for automation and see where a tool like Decipher is right for use is probably the biggest approach that we have, right? That's the most important approach. Once our clients start feeling comfortable with it and they start expanding where they can use it, it really takes off because once they get over that hump of really understanding how to look at and evaluate a process, see if something like Decipher is the right thing to use, and get comfortable on that it's not too hard to actually implement, it really starts taking off. And so for us, that's really our approach, is to make people more comfortable with it and understand that it's not as hard as it may have been in past years.
Great. Rob, do you have a customer story that you can share that just kind of brings all this to light? A customer that made the move to adding IDP and really recognized a lot of additional value?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a story about a financial institution that I work with that brought in the intelligent document processing specifically to their procurement to payment space. And we were really looking at automating purchase orders and invoices and going through something called the two-way match process. So if you're familiar with it, you have an invoice, you have a purchase order, somebody has to match the invoice and purchase order together to make sure that everything's aligned before they would actually send out a payment for something. We call that the two-way match process. We were able to automate that two-way match process, not only for one location in the US so that we could be able to do that, but we were able to extend it to 8 different countries using 8 different languages, using the same automation process that we had built. So we built the one process. It removed about 80% of the processing time. So
Wow.
you can imagine a human being took about 4.5 minutes to enter all of the data off of one of those pieces of paper into the system. The automation was able to do that in about 30 seconds. And all the human really needed to do was check to make sure that any of those exceptions or anything were taken care of. And so it was close to an 80% reduction in the amount of time that it took to put that information in.
Yeah.
And more importantly, we were able to extend that automation just using different languages. So we didn't have to rebuild the automated process. We just had to retrain it for different languages. And we were able to spread that out across 8 different countries. So it was a huge savings for this particular company.
That is a great success story. Well, listen, Rob, it's been fantastic talking with you. I really appreciate you joining me today on the podcast. And it's really exciting to hear how Capgemini is laser focused on helping your customers really make progress in this whole area and add intelligent document processing to their footprint. The incremental benefits are just waiting to happen for those customers, and you guys are poised to lead the charge. So thank you for your time on the podcast, and be well.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Brad. We really appreciate it. We love the partnership we have with Blue Prism, and we're really excited to be working with our customers on the Decipher module. It's an exciting new technology that we're going to be able to extend to a lot of different automated processes.
Thanks for tuning in to Transform Now. For more insightful discussions on digital transformation and more, check out our podcast channel where you'll find all of our previous episodes. To make sure you never miss an episode, subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast player. And if you like what you heard, please leave us a review. For more information about digital transformation and the future of work, Check out blueprism.com to learn how Blue Prism's digital workforce is enabling enterprise transformation now.